Hi guys, welcome to 360 Chat, where we speak about any and everything on a complete 360. My name's Efe, and today I'm joined with two guests. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Ayo.
Hi, I'm Tiana.
And yeah, so today we're literally talking about relationships. Valentine's Day has just gone past, so love is still in the air and all them things there. So, yeah, literally, how are you guys feeling about like relationships and stuff?
I'm happy for you lot that are in love, but
No, I'm
keep
not.
me out of it.
No, I'm actually happy for people that are in love.
I am. I can't lie. I'm happy, but it's just like, when's it gonna be my time? Like, fuck no. 20 years and I ain't had a Valentine's.
No, our time will come.
When? Because
Eventually, our time will come.
I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of seeing roses on the bed and they're not for me.
Do you know, a man said to me, "You deserve roses, but not from me."
What did he say back?
I didn't. I just aired it. Because how are you going to say that? And what do you do after? What do you actually say
Wait,
to
no,
that?
but that's actually convo. I can't lie. That's actually
What do you
convo.
say to that?
What was his aim?
The thing is, we weren't even talking, so I don't know why he was saying it. He was just like a good friend of mine, and he was just like,
He definitely wants you, Gara.
But why would you say?
No,
you said,
Gara.
No, but how can you say that and not actually?
Gara.
That deserves a block because that's unprovoked.
I actually heard him because I don't have time.
No, definitely. What? You're coming to me and you're saying, "No, you deserve roses, but not from me." Why are you gonna say that then?
No words.
What?
I have no words.
Get out. Speaking of roses, yeah, do you guys actually like roses and like what?
Yes.
Neither. I can't
I think
lie.
roses are so nice. Like,
But they're gonna die tomorrow.
Okay, sure. If I had roses, I would nurture them forever. Do you do, like, I would do what do what I would do. You know, like, you can get those roses that are like, I think they're like plastic but they look real life, like you can keep them forever. I would love those if someone got them for me. I cherish them forever.
Fake flowers.
Okay, but real flowers too, I like those. The flower
Yeah.
petals, and I think that's so cute.
It's cute to look at, but if you give me roses, they're gonna die. They're actually gonna die.
Lit.
Like, I can't take care of flowers at all.
Whether they're fake, whether they're real, the fake ones they're gonna get thrown away. The real ones they're gonna die tomorrow. But anyway, my future husband, if you're listening to this, get me flowers just for the sake of tradition. White roses, just so I can say, you know what, I've gotten flowers in my lifetime. That's it. But other than that, I'm not really a flowers girl. I can't lie to you. I can't lie, yeah, guys. With relationships, what do you guys think of relationships like right now, in like with our generation?
Whew.
So that's a big question because
That's a big question for Elmo, girl.
like
Elmo.
I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of boys, or maybe boys that I know, just don't want relationships. So
You think?
and then when I see it on TikTok, I'm like, yeah, bye. Like
I was
This is
talking
a
to
lot.
a friend recently, and she was saying about how boys these days will go for girls that they know that they, see them as a wife or whatever, but they won't make a relationship with them just because of the fact that they still want to mess around for a bit and then come back to them later.
Those boys are devils.
Gee, how are you gonna save me for later? You know you want me, but you don't want me right now. You want to
the
mess
thing
around for a
is-
bit and come back like that.
What if I'm
When I'm not there.
unavailable later? Like,
Gee, like-
now you've lost, and I'm in a happy relationship. That could have been you. Do you know what I mean?
Will I be unavailable later, or will I be waiting like a mug? Because knowing me, I will.
So like,
I'll be saying this now, but he'll find me 5 years later, still waiting. So
Chana, do not come and say that about yourself,
I'm sorry.
please. Why are you gonna wait 5 years for the same person?
Do you know what? Yeah, I feel like it's easier said than done when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that. Because I can very much say, "Oh, I'm not gonna wait for this guy." Like once I'm done with him, I'm done with him. But let me tell you, once you're in that situation, you can hang on for a year.
No, I
and
can't
it's
lie.
not any different. Let me
I'm not
tell
even
you.
gonna fib.
I'm not even
That's
gonna
true.
lie. It's
Very
just
true.
100%
I'm not even
true.
gonna fib. That's true.
Like, I know it's in my best interest to move on, but I'm not gonna do
Nah,
that.
it's true. I can't lie. Once you feel like, especially if they've kind of like said, yeah, like I'm gonna be here, like just wait for me. I just need to pattern a few things, and we'll get there. You wait there. I'm not even gonna lie. Like really and truly, I feel like loads of girls will say, yeah, I'm not gonna wait, but you're gonna wait.
100%.
You're literally
True.
gonna wait.
And boys love that line. I need to pattern a few things. I need to
I
work.
need to work on
Yeah.
myself. I need to flip and do this, that, and the next, and Gary's son. But like, it just for me personally, That's why I feel like when it comes to this topic, I need to do a part 2, and I need to get a guy on here so that they can talk about what it truly means to pattern yourself, to get things together, to get my bread up. That get my bread up thing. Anyways,
it's a lot.
I honestly feel like if you say, I need to pat myself, whatever, but really you just want to be with me, just say that. Because if you tell me now, I'm gonna pass, I'm gonna think in my head, okay, he's gonna come back, he just needs to sort himself out first, but you're not gonna come back. Don't give me false hope. Don't do that.
That's the worst thing. I feel like false hope. Yeah, that's why, like, if my friends come to me and they say, if this guy says that they want me to hold on and blah blah blah, I'm gonna tell them, like, really and truly, do you actually think that, like, he's actually gonna come back in a year and be like, yeah, let's get back together? I feel like, do you know what it is with guys here that I've clocked? They're really direct. So it's kind of like, if they want a relationship with you, they'll say it straight, I want a relationship with you. If they don't, and they're kind of like, I don't know yet, this, that, the other, then I can't, like, run.
But that's why men are wicked, because they will do the relationship thing with you while they're talking. Everything will just be right. And out of nowhere, it's, I don't want a relationship. But then, what was all this? What were you doing this whole time?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Like, patting my chest thinking about it. Because, I saw this thing that guys know what they want from the beginning. Like, they know if they want a wifey, they know if they just want to play about. So it's like, if you know this, why don't you tell me? Why don't you leave me alone? If you're not ready for any of that, why are you wasting my time?
Exactly. Like, I've heard this from different guys, is that, like, yeah, they do, but where do we actually get these sources from? From TikTok. Because really and truly, I've heard from other guys that if you want to learn more about guys, go to a guy and ask them. Do you know what I mean? So they're like, a lot of guys have said, to be fair, that they know what they want. But if us girls are just getting our sources from TikTok or Instagram or Twitter, and it's not coming from a guy directly, then how can we know that, like, is actually true? Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, though, I'm kind of silly in the sense that the people I go for aren't like my male friends. So if I go to my male friends for advice, in my head I'm just really thinking, okay, yeah, but you're trash. The guys I talk to aren't trash. So what you're saying, I'm just going to ignore it because, my taste isn't you, kind of thing. So I think that's where, like, my type of thing comes from. And I need to stop that because it's not helping me.
Nah, man. Genuinely, I don't know with relationships, like, nowadays. I feel like it's actually out the window. Like, genuinely.
Why?
Like, I don't know. I feel like with girls, we want so much, but we don't want to give a lot either. And I feel like if someone is going to watch this and they're going to be like, yeah, yo, pick me, yeah. But it's true. Like, really and truly, us girls, we ask for a lot, but we don't really want to give a lot. And guys, because they see all these girls on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter that want this, that, and the other, that's why they're saying, I need to get my bread up, I need to pattern a few things. But it's true, though. Really and truly, it's true. They want to pattern a few things because they want to splash because of what, like, they see on Twitter and all this, that, and the other. But really and truly, I feel like if a girl really likes you, your pocket does not matter that much in terms of gifts and blah blah. At this age, we're 20.
I said that one time, and if someone, like, was trying to say to me that, yeah, but in a relationship today, like, at our age, being able to splash on your girlfriend, luxury dinners, designer, flying out, they should be the norm because that's what society is turning to norm now. I can't lie. We're still 20. A uni student. Do you know how much 20. Rent is that I should be splashing? Bro. If I have the money, calm, I'll do it. If not, it's not that deep. And the same goes for any boy that I chat to as well. Like, I would appreciate nice things, don't get me wrong, but I don't even accept gifts too tough. I'm very, like, I get a bit shy sometimes. So big gifts, big dinners, all this is not a big thing for me. I don't like people paying stuff for me as well. Yeah, not in like a pick me way, but generally because I just like feel like I'm taken from you, if that makes sense. So I don't think like people should put too much. Yeah. I don't think people should put too much pressure on people having so much money in a relationship that they need to splash with. Like, it's not that deep.
I get it. Like, I get you see what you see on TikTok is not real life. What you see on Instagram is not real life. Yeah, and her all these designer things. Oh, he went shopping. He bought her tracks. He bought her this. He bought her that. Like, okay, yeah, that's nice. Obviously, most girls will accept that, but that's not everything. That's not. Yeah. There's no substance there.
Like, it's honestly true. Like, genuinely, when when my siblings were our age, I don't even think they would even glimpse at Hakkasan, you know. Glimpse at flipping Nobu and all them places there. Them man will be humble and go to CGI's, you know. No, it's true. Them man will be humble and go to CGI's. Now it's, if a guy takes me to Nando's on the first day, he's a bummy bastard. Like, bro, what does that know? What does that even mean? Like, I feel like we're literally just growing up way too fast. Because once we get to 30, what are you now going to get your significant other for Valentine's Day, for your anniversary, for their birthday? What are you actually going to get them? If you're buying Dior's and Balenciagas and all this now, what are you actually going to get them when they're 30? No, think about it. I don't know.
Time you're 30. There's nothing more you can give them.
Literally, you wear that once, someone will be like, oh, bro, that's hard, you know, and that's it. After that, what's going to happen? You wear it to a motive once, and that's it.
I think it's also peer pressure. Like, for guys, no, like, guys going to be like, oh, this is her favourite sweet. Let me get it for her. They're going to be thinking, nah, this is what this girl's wearing. So let me go and buy her that shoes. I just want the sweet.
But then, I don't think we help our situations, you know. Wow. Because we'll be posting people like Jada and Lil Baby, and we'll be like, oh, this is so nice, and
but
blah, blah, blah.
Lil Baby money?
No, but they're going to think, okay, cool. Let me try and get as close as possible. Guys, if I'm wrong, let me know. Use the hashtag 360chatpod on Twitter and join in on the conversation.
But even still, like, we are not their age. Lil Baby is a whole rapper. You are a second-year uni student.
But that's the thing that they don't get. Do you know certain man will be banging warehouse shifts, 60, 80 hours, you know, just to buy a designer for their girl? And fair enough, kudos to you, love your girl, whatever the hell. But really and truly, it shouldn't have to be like that. I feel like relationships nowadays are just so materialistic. Yeah. There's no substance anymore. Me personally, that's what I think. If you think I'm wrong, I don't care. If you think I'm right, God bless you. But it's true. Like, genuinely, like, it's just so materialistic to me nowadays.
No, it is. I saw someone got, like, clowned on Twitter for, she made her boyfriend, like, she made him a gift. She didn't get many designer stuff, but it was just, like, she got him sweets, like, cute poems, just, like, stuff you can get from any shop you walk, like, just small stuff, like, but the thing is, though, he appreciated it. Like, she got him, like, boxers, tops, like, maybe from, like, stuff like Nike, H&M, just stuff like that, and people were going in on her on TikTok. I just kept thinking, he likes it, like, he's calm with that. Just because your baby can buy you designer, cool, not everyone can do that for their other half, like, it's not that deep. I would very greatly appreciate a bunch of leggings from Primark. Let me tell you now, leggings and socks from Primark.
Bro, it's true, you know. I can't lie. I actually can't lie. I would appreciate things that I actually need. Like, things that I genuinely need, I'd rather have that. I can't lie.
Like, it's nice to have nice stuff, but on a day-to-day basis, I'm not going to take that bag everywhere. Should I carry that bag to uni? Or what? Like, what? I'm not saying don't get it for me, please. But other stuff, like, you know, you can afford, it's even the thought that counts. Like, unless people say that a lot, but it really is. The fact that you even went out your way to do this on your own thinking, like, that's enough for me.
Sentimental things mean so much to me. I can't stress it enough. If you buy me, like, my favourite flavour, it sounds so stupid, my favourite flavour, gum. The only gum I carry in my purse, and you remember that, I love you.
Yeah.
It sounds like the bar is so low, but no, like, things like that, little things, remembering, oh, she really likes this, let me get it for her. Even if we're just shopping, I'm just getting something, oh, I know you really like this, let me add it to the cart.
Literally.
I'll cry.
Like, someone got, like, basically, like, first year, I must have lost someone stole one of my Crocs. Not the pair, they took one Croc. How are you taking it? Anyways, I'm not going to get into that because I'll cry. But someone, like, he got me, like, a new pair of Crocs. And I just kept thinking, like, that is a gift, because you know I love Crocs, and you got everything just because you know I lost my old ones. Crocs are not that expensive, but it's the fact that he thought, okay, I know you really like Crocs, and you got your other ones for us, and just buy you a new pair. Yeah, like, that is so sweet. Like, now I just cherish them now.
When you know that they've literally thought about you, like, you as a person, and not just girls as a whole, it means so much more. Like, I remember when I think I needed, like, something for my face, because obviously we all know that I suffer with a bit of scars and acne, you know. But he literally got me, like, bio oil, like, just delivered it to my Ocom last year, and I was just like, what the hell is this? And he was just like, oh yeah, you said you needed something for your scars and stuff like that. I was just like, oh, like, thanks. And then I think my hay fever was on another thing, like, I can't even lie. And then I get a parcel in my Ocom. Why did this guy get 6 months worth of flipping allergy clinic or
Aw.
whatever it's called. Things like that mean so much to me. Like, you can get me, fair enough, like my brother, he got me the Balenciaga socks, and obviously that was nice because I said I wanted trainers, but I was gonna buy trainers myself, but he got me those socks and I was just like, oh, that's nice. But really and truly, I don't really wear those Balenciaga socks anymore, you know. Like, I wear them sometimes, but now I just don't wear them as much anymore. Because where am I going? It's winter. Like, where am I actually going? I appreciate it, obviously, but the things that, like, when it comes to things that I know they've actually thought about it, it means so much more to me personally.
Yeah, no,
we'll
it
always
does.
appreciate the gift, no matter what it is. But if it's something that you've remembered about us, like,
It's even
There's so much more. Like, all my days, I remember I wanted an elephant necklace, and then he got me an elephant. Well, I think I posted it on my story. Then he sent me the money for an elephant necklace and like my initials on it, and like I think it was my birthstone or something. And I was just like, that means so much. Obviously, the necklace broke now, but you know, that's besides the point. Even like with my friends, like when you lot got me the necklace for my birthday, I was like, oh my days, I've been wanting this necklace for the longest time, and it would have meant so much more than like, I don't even know, like tracks or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, sentimental stuff means so much, and I don't really know how many people in our generation actually care about sentimental stuff anymore. It's all materialistic things. Let me see what I can press for TikTok.
Your friends and other people be like, is that all he got?
Lit.
Is that all? I
Lit.
was crying when I got it. Like,
you know what I mean?
come on now.
Like, I have this teddy bear called Louis.
Louis.
If you don't know me, you know I love that bear with my heart. He's got a couple holes in him, but Louis, Louis, that is my dog. That is G. I know he's a teddy bear, but my dad got him for me one Christmas, like a couple years ago. And to this day, like, me and him do everything. We watch movies together. I can't lie. Me and Louis, that bear is my life. And little things like, I have someone who like they pretend that, because I like to pretend Louis is a real person, so he likes to pretend with me that Louis is real as well. And I just think, like, who else is gonna do this? Like, that's
true,
like,
man.
gee, good friends, yeah. Like, I don't have many friends who will do so, because I can't, like, a lot of my friends tolerate my rubbish. But like, when you're like my friends, they really treat Louis like he's a real person. And I it sounds stupid, it sounds childish, but it just makes me think like you lot are starting to appreciate what I appreciate for the sake of me. Like, that's so that makes my heart warm, man. That is so cute. It's just so cute, so sweet, man.
So gay. Oh my days. But it's actually the things that you'll call gay that are the things that actually mean a lot, you know.
Yeah.
That genuinely.
I can't lie. If you get me sentimental stuff, I'm gonna call you gay. But just now, I love you.
Yeah.
And I do. I mean,
Yeah,
I do. I actually love it.
Like, I think it all comes down to like love language as well.
Yeah.
Because I think mine is definitely words of affirmation and acts of service. So when people say certain things to me, like I got a message yesterday from my friend and she was just like, I see like all you're doing and all your efforts and I'm proud of you and blah blah blah. That means a lot to me. But then at the same time, because you can say a lot but not do a lot, that's why acts of service is there as well. Because if you're showing me like, okay, cool, you mean what you're saying, then yeah, like I know that you're garage, you know what I mean? So I feel like in a relationship, it's so important to not kind of take someone's word, if that makes sense. Let them like do the action. Let guys chat so much when it comes to certain things, you know. Yeah, man's gonna get you this, man's gonna take you to Hakka, man's gonna take you to, you know, man's gonna take you. Shut up, man. Just don't say it, just do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear what you're going to do. I want you to just do it. Do you know what I mean?
Louder than words.
Bro,
Fam.
like seriously.
Because Lord knows men can talk for ages and just not do a
Bro.
damn thing.
They'll be talking from now to Jericho. They're still talking, man. This doesn't even make sense. Bro, they talk way too much and it's so jarring because I just want to know that you genuinely mean what you say.
Yeah.
And your actions will show me more.
Men, sort your stuff out. Sort it
But at the
out.
same time, girls, sort yourself out as
Yeah,
well.
I can't
Like, I'm
lie.
not even going to lie, yeah. I feel like American culture, has really influenced UK girls a lot.
100%.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh,
Why in the hell are you trying to say, I don't need to bring anything to the table, I bring myself to the table?
I am the table.
I
I
am the table. What table? That table is broken. What? Like, I'm sorry if I come across one way, but I'm actually just tired of all these girls and the entitlement. Like, it's ridiculous. I can't lie, you know. It's actually ridiculous.
I get the whole I am the table thing, but it's like if you want men to bring something, you have to bring something as well. It's 50-50 in a relationship, so it has to, like, where do you go from there once you say I am the table? Like, do you expect them to bring everything? Like, we have to be realistic in this 2022 that we're living in, because it's not easy
at all. Speaking of that 50-50 thing, yeah, when it comes to like marriages and stuff like that, say you guys are obviously in a marriage, you guys will be living together, would you guys want it to be 50-50? Exactly, like you pay half the bills, you pay half the this, you pay half the that in the relationship? Or would you rather him pay the bills, like all the bills, and then you do what you need to do as a wife to like cook, clean, look after the kids, pick the kids, and blah blah blah?
Nah.
You wouldn't want that one. Or you want it straight 50-50. You pay half the bills to that, you pay the bills, he pays the bills, and you cook and clean together.
Yeah.
Really?
Because we're both gonna be working, we're both gonna come home from like tired. Like, one day I'm not gonna want to cook, one day he's not gonna want to cook, so we have to balance it out. Like, one day he cooks, one day I cook. Like, even if it's not as straight as you're today, I'm tomorrow, like, there has to be a balance. I can't just be like, I don't really get the whole just a wife role, like, oh, all I do is cook. Not all, but I just cook and clean. He goes to work, he pays for everything. Like, why am I working then? Like, really and truly, I don't need to.
Income for yourself, innit? It's true though, income for yourself. And obviously, like, as a woman, God forbid you divorce and blah blah blah, you need to sustain yourself. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's part of it. But I feel like obviously, like I said, I need to bring a guy on here and speak about it. But I feel like generally, the guys that I've spoken to, they honestly do not care how much you have as a woman, because in their eyes, they're a provider and all them things there, you know, as well. But they're a provider, they'll provide for the household, they'll pay the bills, blah blah blah. As a woman, all you need to do is bring peace, cook and clean.
Yeah, but I feel like once you give men that idea that you're gonna like sort of submit to that whole traditional role, like in their head they kind of got it as, okay, yeah, I've got a patent, like she's gonna do as I say, she can't leave me because I've got the money, I do the working.
I don't know if I agree with that, you know.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like if they're not, okay, cool, you work. If I work, then I'm not necessarily depending on your money. Do you know what I mean? I'm not depending on your money. And submitting, I feel like this had to be explained to me, you know. I feel like submitting to your husband, if you look in the Bible, that's what it says you should do.
True.
If you look in the Bible, it says submit to your husband, but it's not in the sense that, okay, cool, let me be a slave to my husband. If my husband calls me at 11 p.m. at night, if he calls me at 1 a.m. in the morning, I have to come and make him toast. No, that's not what it is. It's basically like, just respect your husband and this, that, and the other. It's not, okay, cool, let me be a slave. If he says, come and wipe my shoe, let me go and wipe his shoes. You know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, I get the whole idea of, yeah, I can't lie, I don't want to cook and clean, it should be 50-50, we're both going to eat the food. But at the end of the day, like, if you deep it, what is actually wrong with cooking and cleaning for the household?
There's nothing wrong with it. If anything, I like to be the one to do it just because I know how I want my house to
So
be.
then why would you want the 50-50?
Because of principle. I am not your mother, okay? It doesn't matter.
But you're his wife.
Okay, alright.
So in your head, what's the role of a wife? What's the role of a girlfriend?
The role of a girlfriend is different to the role of the role of a girlfriend. I just need to be there for you, be there to support you, and you need to do the same for me. In the marriage, it's the same thing, but just a matured version. The things I do for you, you need to be there to do the same thing for me.
And what is that exactly?
So, like, you know, being able to support me, being able to, if there's ever a disagreement, we can talk it out properly without you feeling that because you're the man of the house, you have the last say type of thing. You know, cooking, cleaning. Just, I should be able to I should be able to trust you as much as I trust myself. If I was the woman of the house doing the cooking and the cleaning and he was just working, imagine God forbid, but something happens to me. How am I going to leave you with my children knowing that all the time I was there, I was one doing the cooking? I don't mean in the sense that they can't cook and clean. I just mean in the sense that they haven't been taught or learned, but they just haven't been adjusted to having that whole role as a father.
I feel like before you get married, you're in a relationship, you're engaged. I feel like these are the things that you will look for when you're in a relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the things that you look for in a relationship. That's the questions that you will ask in a relationship. So before you get into that marriage, you'll kind of know, okay, cool, he can do this if I'm ill. He can do that if I'm away. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like if he really needed to, in those circumstances, he would. If that's the person that you want to marry, if you know that's what you want, then you look for that. Don't look for someone, or don't go for someone that can't cook or clean and then be like, yeah, you need to cook or clean for me when I'm away, type thing. Me personally, I can't lie, everyone should know how to cook and clean. It's a basic life skill. It's not even a woman's role. It's a basic life skill. You come to uni and you're buying pizza every day. You're clicking pizza every day because you don't know how to cook. That's embarrassing. So cooking and cleaning is a basic. It's true. Cooking and cleaning is a basic skill. But I do get what you're saying. But I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it's been there's kind of been negative connotations of the whole thing. Like with the whole gender role, not gender roles, but like with the whole husband and wife thing and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. Like, I was having this conversation. I wouldn't mind doing all the cooking and cleaning because at the end of the day, the definition of a woman's cleanliness is different from a man's cleanliness. Let's be real. So the way that we as women want the house to be, the guy wouldn't really look at it like that. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like if it's my house, I want my house to look a certain way. So I'll just do it all myself. Same with food. Like, some men, they can't cook, and if they can cook, it's not up to a certain standard.
I think it's just because of the household that I was brought up into. Like, my parents are 50-50 with everything. Don't get me wrong, but my mum, her standard is different to my dad's. Says, okay, like, she can be, obviously she's very like picky with how clean the house is, how things are cooked, how things are done, obviously. So she does it more often, but also my dad does, he does his part as well. Like, he will do the cooking, he will do the laundry, he'll take care of my sisters and my mum's working or busy, stuff like that. So I feel like that's how a household should be. I'm not saying that it should be the man doesn't do anything and the woman should do everything, or everything should be completely 50-50. But, you know, there has to be times when, you know, maybe I should even have to tell you that, oh, I'm going to be busy today, can you do this, that, and the other? They'll just think, you know what, she's done it quite a lot. Let me just, you know, do this and do this a couple times just to be there, just to, you know, be a supporting husband or whatever. Like, there was this thing on Twitter, and it was about how when mothers parent, it's motherhood, but when dads are parenting, it's celebrated type of thing. Like, motherhood is seen as a very natural thing, but fatherhood is seen as, oh my gosh, you have a father and he's actually a really good father type of thing. I don't want it to be like that in my house. I want it to be a thing where my dad taking care of the kids is not seen as babysitting, and the mum taking care of the kids and seen as parenting. It's seen as the same thing. You're parents, you're parenting. You know, you're a husband and wife, you're doing the thing as you should, not one side is celebrated more than the other.
Yeah, that's true, to be honest. I feel that
a marriage is a unit. Like, you're one, so you work together. Like, there's no, oh, like, I'm the wife, I have this role, you have that role, we're together, we share the role. Like, especially when you have kids involved, like, yeah, there's certain things a man's gonna do more than a woman. Maybe he'll pay more of the bills and maybe she'll do more of the housework, but we're still a unit.
It's true. It's a partnership at the end of the day. Like, marriage is actually like a business. Like, you lot are signing a legal contract. It's literally a business. So that does make sense, to be honest. Like, because even like, I feel like the way I grew up is kind of the same with Ayo. But obviously, like, from the age I was like 12, it was just my dad. So I feel like 12 to now, they're like really crucial ages. So obviously, growing up, all I saw was my dad. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't really know. But obviously, from before I was 12, I don't know why my memory's so faint of before I was 12, you know. But like, yeah, obviously my mum, I can't lie, my mum will do most of the cooking and cleaning. She'll do all of it. But then there'll be times when my dad would do it. But it wasn't until my mum like went to Nige, that's when it was like, okay, cool. I'm seeing my dad cook. I'm seeing my dad clean. He's basically taking on the role of both parents, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's why in my head, I used to say like, okay, cool. My husband has to be like that as well. You need to know how to cook. You need to know how to clean. Worst case scenario, I'm not there. You need to step up. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think when I was opposite to you when I was growing up. My dad wasn't. It was my mum who was mainly there. My dad was like away doing whatever he was doing abroad. So I was mainly with my mum. So my mum did everything. Like, she kind of did that motherly wife role. So she was cooking, she was cleaning, she was doing school runs, she was doing everything. My dad was just there. So like, when he came back, it was like he wanted to like rest. It was like, okay, well, my mum still continued her role, but like now, I don't know, like, it's different. Like now, when I see him do his thing, it's not like, oh my gosh, like wow, you're doing something. It's normal to me, even though most of the time it was my mum. So I feel like it's just how you look at the roles. Like, I feel
upbringing.
like so even though my dad wasn't there like all the time, I still feel like he played a role in the husband role. Like it wasn't like my mum did everything, my dad did nothing. Like they both worked together, but mum did more. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's a stigma that dads are absent or dads do less, especially like in the black community. Like your dad served and does all this, but I don't see a problem with it because most of our parents came from Africa. So like in there, your dad is served first, or your mum serves your dad. But I don't know, I feel like it's an equal role. So sometimes you should serve me. Like I don't think I'm asking for too much. Sometimes you should actually serve me. Like if I'm tired, you know, go into the kitchen, spoon my food on the plate.
She said, spoon my food on the plate.
Ask me if I want a drink. Yes, please. Go back to the kitchen, pour me a drink, ice, bring it back.
Oh my
That's how it should work together.
I feel you. Anyway, I feel like, I know this is a 360 chat, but I feel like we're drifting off into a whole different
we
topic.
are actually. Sorry.
So anyway,
I think it's because it's just a wide topic.
It is a very wide topic, but that's why it's 360 chat. We talk about everything in the topic. Do you know what I mean? Let's try divert back to the relationships. Because I feel like marriages and relationships is kind of like a completely different topic.
Oh, yes.
But do you feel like, I know this is basically contradicting what I said, but do you feel like a lot of people in our generation that are in relationships will get married?
Not the silence.
I can't lie. I don't think so, you know.
Oh.
I feel like in the UK, maybe, but I don't know. I feel like when I think of things, I think of America, but because people in the UK look at America so much, that it kind of reflects. Do you know what I mean?
There's a couple of people now who I think probably will definitely get married, but there's a couple of people that I think, I don't want it to sound like negative or anything, but they do so much in their relationship now that I'm worried they'll get bored later on. I pray that they don't, because some of these people are actually really, really nice couples. Like I see them on Twitter and on TikTok, and I feel like, oh, like that's really, really cute. You lot are having fun, but I just worry that they're gonna get bored if they've done everything that they want to do together. They get bored and it just doesn't work out. I don't know. Some people actually have what it takes to make it work.
Yeah. For you guys, what would it take for you to get bored of a relationship? Because a lot of people, do you know that's why relationships these days don't last? People get bored so quick. Like, so quick. So I don't know, like, what would you guys do to keep your relationships alive?
I feel like it can't just be the same old thing all the time. Like, there always has, I don't know, because with me, there's things, as long as you show to me every day that you're staying, you know, keeping attention, you know, towards me sometimes, doing the little things that matter, you know, always actually listening to me, I feel like I can never actually get bored, because if you're treating me the way I want to be treated, then I don't think I could get bored. In a sense. But I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the romance does die out. But
100.
I feel like sometimes with some people it gets to a point where like they might not love them as much as they did in the first place, but they still can't imagine
their life
exactly, which is why they stay together. God forbid I ever get like that, because I know some people that actually like that now. They don't love each other anymore, but they're together just because they can't.
That is bondage.
That is the definition of
that is do you know what you need? 7 days prayer and fasting to get rid of
you need
that.
21 hallelujahs.
21 hallelujahs, 21 days. What? I don't love you. But at the end of the day, when it gets to marriage, love goes out the window. But then again, guess what?
What do you mean though?
Fam, if you get into a marriage just based on love, you will get a divorce. I'm not even going to say anything other than that. You will get a divorce because it's so much more than love. Because if you deep it, I don't know, some people say that when they get into a marriage, that's obviously they change, you're living together 24s. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you kind of see certain things that you hadn't seen before and blah, blah, blah. But if you build a marriage just on love, it won't work, because there's going to be times where that person will piss you off so much that it's kind of like, bro, like, what is wrong with you type thing.
This is why I actually think it's a good idea to live with your opposite. Not live with them, but at least spend good, like, long amount of times living with your partner. Maybe, like, you know, a couple weeks. Like a couple weeks here, a couple nights here, just to know what you're getting into type of stuff. Because I'm not going to lie, it opens your eyes to the kind of person they are. Like, not even just, like, couples wise, I've had friends who me and them have been cool, and like I've been with them like 24/7. I just think you are not the person that I've been chilling with every day. Like you're completely outside, and the outside person and the inside person are completely different people. I've actually come to realize.
100.
Some of you are dirty. Oh my gosh, some of you are dirty. Can't lie. So that's why I think it's really, really important. Like you just see how people. One thing about me is the way you treat your living space and your personal space is how I know is how I can tell how you're going to affect mine. I like my personal space, so I have to know how yours is before you clash yours with mine.
100.
So.
I can't imagine living with someone like. I just feel like I like to be alone a lot. Like there's only so much of a person I can tolerate. Like a couple days, and I just really want you to go. Like, I don't know. Like, and in my head, I'm just like my what do you call it? My what's that thing? Social battery. My social battery dies. Like honestly, I'm just thinking leave. Like I wanna, but I can't tell you to leave. So it's like with someone that I love, I really just don't want that to happen. I don't want to end up feeling like you need to leave, because then I feel like that's why the spark dies. Because I feel like there's an initial spark in a relationship, and people confuse that with that's gonna last the whole time. Like no, it's just the beginning. Like it's gonna die down eventually, but
to build it back up.
It shouldn't just go flatline. Like,
the honeymoon period is real.
Very real.
People just say it, but it wasn't until like I think I experienced it for myself that I realized things can change.
Things can change, Lavo. Things can change, Lavo. But then it's up to you lot to build that back up. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Okay, cool. Love goes out the window. By the end of the day, you still want to be around them, but that's just not English. That's not purely on love. That's on other things. It's like trust, is on loyalty, is on all these different types of things that build the foundation. So you don't want to leave them because it's like, oh, will I find someone that will trust me this much? Will I find someone that I will trust that much? Will I find someone that is disloyal to me and blah, blah, blah? Cool, you can always find someone that will love you, but will you find someone with those other qualities? That's the real question that, like, you need to ask yourself. I personally feel like if you can't trust someone in a relationship, don't be with them.
No.
Yeah.
Like, what, you can love them so much. Like, fam, I think I saw something, and it was like, two people can love each other very, very much, but if they don't trust each other, if it's just not a healthy environment, then, bro, it's not a good one still. I can't lie. It's not a good one. Like, you know the toxic relationships, yeah? Bro, you know those toxic relationships where the love is on a high. Like, it's on a high. But then once it gets to it's either high or it's low. There's no middle.
Yeah.
That is the worst. That's the worst type of relationships.
And I feel like toxic relationships, not glamorized, but
they're
people
glamorized.
are like, bro, like, even me, bro, I want that. And I'm
What?
thinking, wait,
No.
like, why? Like, why do I want you to tell me that I look like a hippo, like, but then you tell me you love me after? Why do I want that?
Tiana.
Someone that will tell you that, oh yeah, if anyone looks at you, I'm gonna kill them. That's not cute.
That's not cute, brother.
That's not cute. That's
I can't lie
scary.
to you. Tiana, you want that, innit? Oh my days. Oh no.
No, like, not like a...
No, Tiana, stop.
I feel like people think it's interesting, and I'm people. Like, I feel like it's like, bro, like, really, like, if they look at me, you're gonna kill them.
That's emotional damage.
It is. But don't worry, we're out of that stage now.
Good.
Like, we're out of that.
No, but I believe, like, especially like within this year and last year, I have learned that someone can love you, but they can just be the worst kind of person.
They can be
you.
in such
Someone
an
can.
idiot.
I know there's some people who are in relationships or have been or just come out of relationships. They've been like, he did this to me, and whatever. So clearly, you know, he didn't love me. He very well could have loved you with all his heart. I just don't. He just didn't treat.
He didn't respect you.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, you can love someone and not respect them.
Respect is so big. I feel like if you respect someone, there's certain things that you won't do to them.
Yeah.
If you respect me, you won't be doing rubbish. If you respect me, you respect what I believe as well, and you won't be doing certain crap. Do you know what I mean? Fam, no. Respect. Bro, you can actually love someone and not respect them, I'm trying to say. And that's what leads to the toxicity, in my opinion. No, man. Those high and low relationships, they are the worst types of relationships. I can't lie to you. Because it's kind of like you will be clinging on to those highs so much that, like, you don't even really want to think about the lows. But realistically, those lows shouldn't even be happening.
At all.
I don't get it twisted. Every relationship is going to have the high points and the low points. But
it's not like it's not actually, it's not a roller coaster. It's not up, down, round and round. It
Mhm.
should be a smooth,
A
maybe a
smooth
few
ride.
bumps,
Yeah.
and then
Like the teacup rides.
Yeah. Like going a few circles, by the end of the day you just go
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? But bro, is actually, you should not be striving for that, man.
No.
You shouldn't be striving for that. And I feel like there's so many relationships that just don't make sense, and that's what people want. Like, you'll be looking at the Cardis, you'll be looking at the Jadas, you'll be looking at, I don't even know who else is there. Flipping Ari and whatever that guy's
Moneybag.
name is.
Money bag.
You'll be looking at those types of people
It's really even my dog.
that it doesn't even make sense. Like, how many times did Lil Baby cheat on Jada?
it's still
How many times
cheating.
did Cardi B
He's still
cheat? He's still cheating. How many times did Offset cheat on Cardi B? But when it's Valentine's Day and he's posting all the Van Cleefs and Kiniko, that's when you will post and be like, I want this. You wouldn't want that when you're in that situation.
You people need
Because
to
that's
watch
when your
out,
relationship becomes materialistic.
and you will turn into Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian.
Bro.
That's not what you.
But that's a different story for another day, because the Kardashians are a bit done at here. But you know what I mean? But bro, like, from time when you're accepting material things as a sorry gift,
Material girl.
that's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes a
Yeah.
problem. Because it's kind of like, okay, cool, they can buy your heart.
Mm.
No one should be able to buy your heart, if you think about it. No one should be able to buy your heart, because then it's kind of like, okay, cool, he can continue cheating, but if he gets me that Hermes bag, then it's calm.
Even cheating, like, the whole concept doesn't make sense to me.
At all.
If you want to stray away from the relationship, just break up with me. And
Yeah.
do that.
You know what I mean?
Like, I don't know what sort of thrill you get from it.
But
Like, I don't
then,
get it.
some people say when it comes to guys, when they cheat, it's not emotional, it's just physical.
That's
No.
not.
Like, they can still love you.
You don't love me.
They still love you, but it's just a physical thing. Whereas girls, if we cheat, it's
Yeah.
emotional. Like, you genuinely meant to cheat type thing.
Oh yeah, someone was saying that when girls cheat, it's worse than when men
Yeah.
cheat.
I believe that, you know.
Yeah.
See?
Because I can't lie, if I'm gonna cheat on you, I'm gonna make sure that, like, I'm gonna do everything in my power
To hurt you.
to hurt you. Do you know what I mean? But if it's a guy, it's kind of like, I just need a different type of pum.
I get that.
Do you know what I mean?
I get that.
Like, I remember in Girlfriends, yeah, she was cheating emotionally, so she was like kind of in a relationship with someone
Oh, okay,
else.
yeah, I remember that. episode.
But like, yeah, but it wasn't like, I don't know how to describe it, but
She didn't physically cheat.
Yeah.
she didn't physically cheat, but it was like emotional cheating, and he was hurt. He was hurt.
I don't
like,
blame him. That's actually sad.
I would be
Yeah.
hurt. I think I'd rather physical cheating than emotional cheating. You know.
What counts as cheating to you guys? Like, you know how people say, oh, if he's
I can't lie. If he's
Like-
chatting to another girl,
yeah,
that's cheating.
That is.
If he's chatting to another girl, that is cheating. That's emotional cheating.
yeah.
Because it's not like, I won't say it's because you're entertaining someone else, but it's all that energy that you're meant to be giving to me, your girl, you're giving it to someone else.
You're letting her think that this could go somewhere.
This
when-
exactly.
With physical cheating, I think I would like. I would just be pissed more than upset. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like, you don't respect me. But if it's emotional, it's actually like,
I'll
wow,
be
like
hurt.
Yeah.
you just don't care about me.
Literally. It's kind of, that's when you start to question, like, what did I do? Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, why is he giving his energy to another girl? Do you know what I mean? But if it's physical, it's kind of like, okay, cool, you wanted to bust a quick nut.
Yeah.
It's not right, don't get me wrong, but it's like, okay, cool, you wanted to
Mm.
bust a quick nut. By the end of the day, when you're going through your troubles and all that, you're going to come to me. But even then, that's a bit nuts.
Yeah.
But I think it's better than you going to someone else, telling someone else everything that you should be telling me. I feel like that will hurt me more at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because if you deep it, most men, they've bust how many nuts in their lifetime. When they come to uni, what happens? You bring out the smart whip, you'll go home, do something with a girl, move on to the next girl. It's not that deep.
True.
But if it was you now going to another girl saying, okay, cool, I can't lie, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, like, you're just giving all your energy to her when it's meant to be to someone else. I
Yeah.
can't lie, that will hurt.
Yeah, giving your heart to someone else.
That
gee,
will
that'd break me.
hurt. And I feel like that's why they say, like,
Because
girls
that's when,
cheating is
that's
worse.
when I'd actually think like I actually wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
'Cause,
exactly.
like physical cheating, you were just horny, kind of. That has got nothing. That's good. If I
Literally.
was there, then probably we would have sorted that. But if anything, you were just horny and she was just there. Like fair
Literally,
enough.
she was available.
But mostly the cheating, you actually decided that there was someone better out there.
Mhm.
If you find someone better for you, don't do it behind my back. Tell me at
Tell me
least. I'll be
straight.
hurt, but at least you told me. But to actually go out of your way, that means you realize that their happiness, like your like both happiness was worth more than breaking my heart type of thing. Or was worth more than I'm stuttering. Was worth more than my respect. Shut up. Was worth. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you chose.
It's basically comes down to respect again. You didn't respect me enough to tell me. You chose your feelings over your respect for me.
Yeah.
Basically. Cheating, boy, I feel like emotional cheating, Brett, there. Don't even get no. And again, another topic for another day because that is too much. Cheating, relationships. I feel like there's just so much from relationships.
Yeah, it's a very big topic.
Very, very big topic. Like, boy.
I can't lie, there was a period of time on TikTok there was this trend, but it was like sad, not bad breakups, but it was sad breakups. Like when you break up with someone, not necessarily on good terms, but it's like sad terms. Like maybe they've said to you, I don't know if it's not working out. I've tried. I love you as a person. I do, but I just don't think we're right together. Like there was just so many. I just kept thinking that is so sad.
Bro.
If we got into a big argument, you cheated or said something rash, whatever. At least when we break up, I can be angry. Yeah. But if you break up on goodish note, it's like it's sad because like there was actually nothing wrong with us. It was just that there was nothing there like anymore, and that's sad.
It's sad because now it's kind of like I can't look at you like an evil person.
Yeah,
and especially if the relationship was good. I can't look at you like an evil person because you didn't do anything to me.
Yeah,
like I'd rather you cheat on me, call me a female dog, and get out of the way.
Not female dog,
and then I can be like, okay, cool. He was evil.
Yeah.
And I can move on.
I can push my anger towards you. But if it's a good breakup, it's just like, I can't slander you. Because
that's when false hope comes in. Because it's like, if we were good and everything, then maybe we can get back together.
Maybe if I had done this, or maybe there's a chance, maybe in the future when I next see him, I can do this, and maybe...
Nah, it's long. It's too long. Oh, man. TikTok, yeah. Even Twitter, I had to delete it. The only Twitter account I have now is the 360 one. And I follow Elon Musk. He's the only person I follow. Because you know when you first make Twitter, you have to follow someone.
Yeah.
So I just followed Elon Musk. Let me learn about money. I had to delete that Twitter because I feel like, I think I even tweeted one time. I said, all this TL knows is relationships and blah, blah, blah. And here I am talking about relationships. But like, it's true. All the TL knows is relationships. But it's kind of like, it's such a twisted version of relationships now.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so weird now with relationships that I don't even want to know about it. I don't even want to be part of it because it's just weird, man. And it gets so many people, like, thinking, but not in the right way. But again, who am I to say what's right and wrong? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think what you see on TikTok, like, even for me, I kind of feel like that's real life. Like, it's all going to be good, but it's not. And it's hard to remember that a relationship is actually like a lot. Like it's not easy at all. It's never gonna be easy. At some point, you're gonna be like head to head with each other, but it's how you get through it. And I feel like TikTok doesn't show that; it just shows the good or the bad. Like, he did this, he cheated. I even saw some guy, he threw like paint over her Rick Owens on TikTok, her clothes, everything, and I was just like, okay. But then the swipe after was a happy couple of Valentine's Day, so
people go for a lot,
like.
A lot, man. You actually be so surprised.
And I can't like being in a relationship. It's just not that it's annoying, but it's like you just realize so like it just messes things. Okay, for example, let me use a friend's example. She was talking about how sleeping with her boyfriend every night has made her so spoiled to the point that she can't not that she can't sleep alone, but she doesn't like sleeping alone without him. That was me at one point. And now it's just like, sleeping alone for the first time. It's just like, Lord, like that's that.
I remember he was over for like a week, or I was at his for like 2 weeks, and then I had to come back to uni, and I was like, this is actually hard, you know. But then at the end of the day, I don't feel like that's actually good because, bro, when you get to a point where you're just bare codependent on each other, it gets a bit nuts.
And the worst thing is, before all this relationship stuff, I was telling my mum, I was like, I can't lie. When I get married, I'm having 2 separate beds in my room because I like my bed space. 100. But after all that, I just thought, just listen.
No, I'm still getting my separate bed.
Yeah, no, I still definitely am. But
I'm still getting my 2 separate beds, my 2 separate rooms even.
Yeah, not 100%.
No, because I can't lie. There's days because it got to a point in there where I was like, when is this guy just gonna get off my bed? I can't lie. Like it gets to that point where I just want my space because I like to spread out like a starfish.
Yeah, same.
When I'm sleeping, and if someone's there just on me, like, Brother, man,
Especially when I'm on my period or it's hot. Or
yeah,
something.
you know what I mean. Like when I'm on my period, I'd want my own space. You know what I mean. I can't get to a point where I can't sleep without someone next to me. That's just nah, man. No. When you get codependent on each other, that's when it gets bad.
Yeah,
because that's when it gets a bit off the rails as well.
Because then you can't imagine doing stuff about the other person, and for some people, it's like, you know, if they break up, they're just not gonna handle it well at all. Because I know a couple people. No, I know a couple people in relationships like that. Like, I just get scared when they're gonna break up, because it's like there's one girl I went to school with. She's in a relationship now. I just get thinking that she's in a very, like, to the point that she kind of cut off all her friends to be with her person, and I was just like, God forbid, but when you lot break up, what's gonna happen? I don't know how you're gonna cope, because that is your whole, at such a young age, you've made one person your whole world.
Whole life.
So literally, when you break up, how what are you gonna do?
I feel like, especially when you've been with each other from such a young age as well, because literally, like you said, that's like all you know. Like, you're gonna feel like, okay, cool, this is the only person I know. What if I can't meet someone like them? What if I can't do this? And at the end of the day, like, you will meet someone. Like, some people are just in your life for a season. They're not there forever. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. So, like, when it gets to the point where you've been together since you were so young and you've been together for, like, I don't know, 3-4 years or more, it's not the end of the world. I feel like that's where we're going to have to stop the podcast now, well, this episode, because, you know, we are running over time. But yeah, thank you guys for being on the first episode of 360 Chats. Thank you guys for listening. Watch out for the second episode where I'll have another guest or another 2 guests maybe. And yeah, thank you. Bye.